What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And on today's video guys, first of all I will show you another path how we can help Don Fis and his team, and basically how we can help the entire MMTLP community to push our case forward through Congress. Then I will continue with an update in regards to the upcoming space call, where Richard Hoffman explains the current status of our situation. Then I will show you that SEC and FINRA admit the existence of naked short positions in different assets. On top of that, I will show you quite weird activity around the E-Trade actions in regards to MMTLP saga. And at the end of this video, I will share my personal story. And guys, please watch this video till the very end, because it is very important for me personally. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and hit the like button for me personally. It takes me more than 4 hours to make these videos on a daily basis, and I think it is quite fair deal if you spend just a split of a second of your time in exchange for these 4 hours of my hard work. So that is why just hit the like button. And let's start with this news. We are on MMTLPresources.com, and you know that just recently Don Fis and his team, they were in Washington DC, and they had a lot of meetings with Congress members. As you can see, here's the picture of Don Fis with Ralph Norman, and you can find a lot of pictures with Congress members in his Twitter account. And guys, he and basically we need help. And this help should be following. We have to send the letters to Congress members, and I covered it in my previous video, that we have to ask the Congressman's office to contact James Comer's office to express support for MMTLP congressional hearing. And definitely you could and you still can send these letters by yourself, but here's another path how you can do it. The community is still tasked to request a hearing for MMTLP, and here's an easy way to make a difference. Our recent news article asked everyone to call their local representatives to request a hearing for MMTLP from James Comer. Kudos to those who made the call. Now, a House Oversight Committee website has been identified that has a simple web form you can fill out and request the same. And here you can see the tweet that was written by Rob USA, and let me quote you further. Thanks to Rob USA for sharing. Click on to the House Oversight website and blow the whistle. From this simple form you can rely on the MMTLP summary and specifically ask for an oversight hearing for the MMTLP fiasco. This is another simple task that anyone can do. Share this with your fellow shareholders. The more we follow their email, the better. The response from FINRA and the SEC has been unacceptable. Write your own information or borrow from this sample letter. And here is the letter itself. I don't want to read it because it is just wasting the time of this video, and it is wasting your time. But definitely you can write your own case, or you can just copy and paste this information to this inquiry. So let me show you further. Yesterday I showed you that Daniel Spears announced a space call with Richard Hoffman, Frank Bernadetta, and Naked Truth Info. And here is the updated information. She wrote 14 hours ago. A little schedule snaffle. This is the correct space. Speakers Richard Hoffman, Frank Bernadetta, and Naked Truth Info. Set a reminder for my upcoming space. And it will take place tomorrow at 10:30 p.m. And guys, this is my Eastern European time, because I live in Europe. But here you will see your own time according to your time zone. And that is why I think, guys, it might be quite important for you, because Richard Hoffman has a lot of information. Usually he has a lot of information to disclose in regards to his arbitration and in regards to the bigger picture of entire fight against illegal activity. So on top of that, Daniel Spears wrote this just 1 hour ago, And you know that a lot of wrongdoers, a lot of people like Charles Gasparina, James J. Angel, Brandon Kochkodin, and other douchebags in their articles, so-called informative articles using the Forbes, Wall Street Journal, and other media sources, they stated that there is no problem of naked shorting. And guys, we know that we basically have several judges' decisions that involve the definition of this naked shorting activity. And this is another evidence that FINRA and SEC themselves, they use this explanation, and they basically admit that there is an existence of this type of activity. So let me quote you this tweet in details. That's odd. The SEC used the term naked short in a legal document submitted to federal court. I thought there was no such thing. And let me show you this in details. So this is the part of the document that was filed by SEC, and as you can see in this column, you can read this. Yes, naked short sold more than 400,000 shares in advance of a warrant conversion price reduction effectively July the 12th, and exercised warrants after the conversion price reduction. So this is another evidence that they know about this problem and they do nothing. But they have to do it, and this is their main goal, to protect retail investors and to protect investors in general from this naked shorting activity in particular. On top of that, guys, let me show you quite interesting information. You know that we as a community, we are trying to find any possible ways how we can try to solve this problem. And as you can see, Steph Carpet Emma wrote this tweet just a couple of hours ago, and he said, "Hello again, Miss Taylor Swift." And yes, it is a famous singer, Taylor Swift. Were you able to enjoy the eclipse today? Before I go, perhaps you or your people can connect with my people about getting a congressional hearing. I'd like to not wait until the next solar eclipse. Thank you in advance. Yours truly, one of more than 65,000 victims of market manipulation and financial fraud, suffering at the hands of the elite who cheat the system and are unwilling to accept the consequences of their actions, also known as Stefan. So, and guys, it is quite interesting tweet, and you know that the chances that Taylor Swift might help us is close to nothing, but there is a chance. And every chance matters. And guys, take a look that he wrote these tweets not for the first time. On April the 7th, he also wrote this tweet, quite similar tweet. On April the 6th, he wrote a similar tweet as well. And definitely, this is just a chance, just a tiny chance that might help us to win this battle. But we as a community, if every one of us will do the steps towards the resolutions, tiny steps, guys, we will demolish these wrongdoers. We will win this battle within a blink of an eye. And that is why, guys, this call to action to contact your congressman's office is really important, and please do it for the community, do it for yourself. So let me show you another quite interesting update from RareDD, and we have several people who made the reference to this tweet. First of all, I want to show you this tweet in details. He wrote just yesterday, basically just several hours ago on April the 9th. It really looks like E-Trade wanted these MMTLP shares off their books before the next bridge distribution. In a hypothetical situation where a new buyer could have purchased MMTLP after December the 8th, they'd be competing with these high prices from E-Trade's apparent forced buy-ins. So, how many uninformed buyers would have actually bought at these prices? On top of that, FINRA just have to not allow the transactions to clear, just like they did here. And here's the screenshots of the status of the limit orders, and I covered it back in January for the first time, and even back in December, I guess, late December of last year. And Johnny Tobacco disclosed this information, and other people also showed the same the same status of their limit orders. And as you can see, the status of these orders, some of these orders is too late to cancel. And these orders were executed based on this status, for example, for the price of $5,000 per share. And it was 5,000 shares that was sold for this price. And guys, this order alone costs exactly $25 million. So, and it is ridiculous, but on top of this information, you can see that the dates of these orders is December the 12th. And let me remind you that we have an implemented U3 halt, an illegally implemented U3 halt that was made by FINRA back in December the 8th, and it was the last day of trading. And how it is possible that these orders were too late to cancel? This means these orders should be executed. And guys, the douchebags that I mentioned previously in their tweets told to the community that it is not an execution. This basically these limit orders wasn't executed. But I did my own research, and as you can see, I tried to find out what does it mean too late to cancel order trading. And I found that even, for example, on Thinkorswim status order statuses, you can find this: too late to cancel. The order has been already processed by the exchange. This means, guys, these orders were executed, but these people didn't receive their money. And that is why, I think, that is why FINRA knew about it and they implemented this U3 halt. On top of that, you can find quite similar information that happened with the different people. For example, in August 2022, Crash wrote on this mutualfundobserver.com website. He wrote, "My brokerage is TRP. I'm 6 hours behind New York City. I put in a minuscule order, still in the pre-market hours. Then I changed my mind. I canceled the order. I checked back a while later, pending cancel. Okay, fine. Then I logged in about 3 p.m. hour in New York City. I find my original order did go through. I looked at the record, too late to cancel." And this is another evidence that these orders were executed. These orders were executed. But let me show you this detail. First of all, I want to pay attention to the glass guy comment. He wrote 5 hours ago. What's really going to be interesting is if we prove an average on a trade, how will they explain that these weren't real trades? And this is a crucial question for a trade. And you know that E-Trade was potentially the second, basically not the second, but another broker-dealer after TradeStation who potentially had a share imbalance and who had a lack of shares on their balance sheet. You know that E-Trade admitted it, and they had more than 102% of extra short positions, and that is why they cannot do anything with the shares. They cannot sell the shares of MMTLP shareholders to AST, for example. And guys, let me show you this information. Tom E 50/50 split wrote this just several hours ago. Let me show you, and I have to admit that he is the person who tried to transfer his shares from E-Trade to AST. Basically from the very end of February. So almost 2 months he was in this process. And here is what he wrote just 4 hours ago. Got this today. Shares no longer in my E-Trade account. And here's the screenshot. So, and let me show you that he has this cash adjustment next bridge certificate issuance fee, and he paid $60 for this. And definitely you might think that it is not so important, but guys, Tom didn't ask them to issue this certificate. And let me show you that, for example, Due Diligence wrote this. Looks to me like they processed request for your shares to be issued to your in certificate form. Did you request this? And Tom wrote, I distinctly told them I don't want them to send to me. Contacting them in AM just saw this. And definitely, this might be quite interesting situation because in general, the transferring shares to ST via issuance physical certificate or via electronical transfer should be completely equal. And the main issue with this path is it takes much longer time to issue and to send this certificate to ST physically. But guys, the problem is following. Why did E-Trade stonewall Tom for more than a month and a half, and they didn't allow him to transfer these shares? And he asked to do it via electronical certificate, not via physical certificate, not via issuance of this certificate. And I think the answer is following. Probably they found some kind of loophole with the issuance of this certificate, and this might be even again illegally made certificate that doesn't have coverage of the real shares. Or the second option might be that they stonewalled Tom for more than 1.5 months in order to solve this problem, and potentially for now they found this certificate. And guys, I don't know what will be the name of the issuer of this certificate. If it will be another broker-dealer, this means E-Trade is still experiencing lack of shares. And this is another question that we should ask to Congress, and Congress definitely should ask this question to authorities. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you.